In the third quarter of 2013, Namibia experienced a 3.7% decline on economic growth, but a turnaround is recorded for the fourth quarter with an increase of 4.3%. However, confidence is still low on the overall growth of the country's economic growth.
Of course, if you compare to the immediate preceding quarter, then it's good news, because moving from a contraction to positive growth, of course that's good news. And a 4.3% quarterly growth rate is also not that bad. However, if we compare it to the same quarter of last year, where the economy expanded by 10%, then it's not so good. So there's actually a slowdown in economic activity.
The mining sector has contributed the most to the country's economic growth, with 47.7% growth in the industry, followed by agriculture with about 21% and water and electricity with 17.2%. The poor performance sectors include hotels and restaurants with a decline of 16.4%, fisheries contracted by 10% and manufacturing by 8%. However, there is still hope for the Namibian economy despite the slow growth, says Statler.
And I think, if you look at the 4 quarters, all 3 quarters posted positive growth rates, with the exception of the third quarter where we had a contraction. But overall, we would expect to have still positive growth for 2012.
For 2013, though, not much difference is expected in the economic growth of Namibia.
I think that generally we're expecting to see a bit of a slowdown. The growth that we saw this year was, as I said, or in 2012 was, as I said, supported by the mining sector, which was coming off a low base. The mining sector is now at a relatively high base, so we don't expect to see a lot of growth from that sector in 2013. We will start to see growth again from the sector as new mines open and production increases from some of the mines.
This will thus have a great impact on economic growth for 2013. Brown further emphasized that not a lot of growth is expected in agriculture or fisheries, and it is expected that the main driver of growth for 2013 will be construction, with large construction projects currently underway. Francios reporting for the News on One.